Yeah. Oh, we're live. Okay, great. So then we go over here and then we go live. So after you go live, then we're supposed to be able to go live here. Oh, and we do. We can. Okay, so I've gone live on Instagram. Oh, it's a little bit delayed. Okay. What's going on, good people? Ashling Cole here. I don't expect anybody to be watching this video because I am doing my very first live to figure out the technology of StreamYard and streaming to my Facebook, my YouTube, and my Instagram. And so I have been wanting to start a podcast for I don't know how long. It has been so long that I have been wanting to start a podcast. And I am finally going to do it. I'm finally going to do it. So today, I'm just going to be on here for a few minutes. I think there's one person watching, and I believe that to be my bestest friend, Jacory Prothro. Because on Instagram. Oh, shout out to my Instagram followers. I so appreciate you tuning in. Like I said, this is the very first time that I've done that. So I've been wanting to start a podcast called Everyday Best. And this is it. This is it. This is the podcast Everyday Best. And what in the world is Everyday Best? So a lot of you know me from Sunday Best. And so when I was on Sunday Best, I didn't win Sunday Best. A lot of people think that I won Sunday Best. I did not. I came in fourth. I wasn't even the runner-up. I was fourth on Sunday Best. And after doing that show, it left me feeling like I wasn't my everyday best. I was not my best. Like I really, my bestest friend is here in the studio, by the way, he's over yonder. I did not feel like my best. And even though I know I gave my best, and I also didn't think of Sunday Best as a competition. For me, it was not. This is the reason why I was even on Sunday Best in the first place. He made me, like literally pressed me, hard pressed me to audition for Sunday Best. It was never my intention to do it. And I'm so grateful that he did. And it gave me the mindset that it wasn't a competition, it was ministry. It was always ministry for me. So when they gave me a song, even through the pandemic, because you remember, for those of you that were watching the whole season 10 of Sunday Best, we went into a whole pandemic. We started filming in February. Well, the audition process was in February. We started filming in March. March 14th, I think, or something like that, around mid-March, or even, I think it might have been mid-February. They sent us home. We weren't even sure if we were going to do the whole season because the pandemic hit. And what they said was, oh, we're going to send you home for a week or two once this clears out, and then we're going to bring you back. But we never came back. We never came back. We were never able to come back because of the pandemic. But they brought in an amazing crew from LA that was able to set us up with the technology. They shipped all of us, the top 10, actually it was top 9. When they sent us home, they sent us a big case with all the equipment that we needed, a laptop, the cameras, the lighting, the stand to put the laptop on, everything. The only thing that we had to do was show up and give our best and decorate our room, right? So we had to pick a place in our house. So if you see, all of us have like different things. Marquise, he was in the little tiny corner in his room, and we were laughing about him because where he was, the floor was uneven. Like they were in the process of like fixing the floors. So we had to create these, and luckily, blessedly, I had a spare bedroom at the time. So I cleared everything out of my room with Jacory's help, and we decorated. We went to Home Depot and we got a bunch of plants, and we got lighting, the little string lights, and it was so much fun. It was such a fun process. Now, I do feel like I wish that we would get another chance to do Sunday Best again. BET, Kirk, Uncle Kirk, Cousin Kirk, if you're watching, I really pray that we get a chance to do Sunday Best again. I absolutely, thank you, Hank Wilson 220 for the shout out. I really appreciate that. Hi, Noni. Hi, Mom. I'm just popping over here to Instagram. Now on this StreamYard and Instagram, you're live. You've got your StreamYard screen, and now I'm just popping over to Instagram. And so I see Larry Callahan. I love you so very much. I'm just praying for y'all, all of you. Thank you so much for your support and your encouragement and everything. It's been such an amazing experience. one that I never would have signed up for myself. I never in a million years would have signed myself up for Sunday Best or American Idol or The Voice or America's Got Talent or anything like. I didn't think that I was the right candidate for it because I'm older and, I'm not old now. I'm older. But I thought, let's leave that process to the young people. But I think what connected me to people through the screen was that it was a ministry, but also I am an encourager. I am an encourager. And I want people to just be encouraged to be their best, to give their best, to expect the best. There's a great song, I believe it's by Preshia Hilliard, and it says, I'm expecting great things. I'm expecting great things. Oh, I'm expecting great things, great things. And then she goes on to say, in my life, he's doing great things. In my home, you're doing great things. Oh, and all around, you keep doing great things. The eyes haven't seen, but I choose to believe in great things. And that's such a reminder that we get to choose. Maybe eyes haven't seen the dream that you have. Maybe eyes haven't seen the goal that you've set forth. Maybe you haven't seen it for yourself, but you believe that it's possible. You know that you serve a God that can do anything but fail, right? He can take you through the valley. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me, right? That he gave those encouraging scriptures to remind us that no matter where we are, no matter where we go, he's always going to be there. He's there before we got there. He's watching after us. He's protecting us on all sides. And so going through Sunday Best and just encouraging people and remembering that there were people sitting on the couches that were disconnected from their families. We heard stories about people that their children were in one city and they were in another city and they couldn't get to their children because we were on lockdown, right? And so I just took that thinking, that perspective, and I shared that with all of our the other contestants, our cast members, if you will. And that's what we did. We just took it as an opportunity to encourage the people through a whole pandemic. But when I came home, I remember when I was eliminated, and Jacory was convinced that I was going to win the show, and I didn't get that memo. He was absolutely convinced. But the day that he came over and I had just been eliminated, we had just filmed, and he came over and I opened the door and I was trying to pretend, pretend that everything was okay. And I just was like, nope, they sent me home. And he was mad, let me tell you. Jacory was, upset, to say the least. He was upset. And to this day, I still run into people that watch that season, and they were like, well, I stopped watching it after you eliminated. They gave up on Sunday Best. But if you think about the time that we were in, I just knew that was not in the cards for me to win. I just knew. I knew that it was not in the cards. And I was okay with that. But it still stings a little bit when you set forth to do something and you come in second, third, fourth place. But here's the thing. God has blessed me real good. He has blessed me real good. And he has fortified me. He has sewn me together. He has put me together, built me to be able to connect with people on a level that it blows my mind all the time. It blows my mind all the time that I can show up and minister through song. For example, this past Monday, I was in San Jose for the Martin Luther King Martin Luther King Day luncheon. And they had me sing the one song during the program, which was received so well. And thank you everyone for just your kind words. And then they had me sing a song at the very, very end. Now the hour was late. We were running overtime. The program was beautiful from beginning to end. Shout out to Milan, who put the whole thing together. It was absolutely fabulous. But they had me singing a song at the very, very, very end, and people started walking out. Before I came up to minister, they had already started walking out. And so I could have taken that as a moment to just be like, oh, well, and sing like, willy nilly, like they say. And I dug my heels in and I was like, no, somebody needs to be encouraged today. And as people were leaving, I saw them, they started turning around. They started turning around and receiving this message that God was giving me to them. And I was like, you're going to be blessed when you come in and you're going to be blessed when you go. And that we are in such a state of confusion and pain and suffering right now in this country, in the United States. And I know the world is watching, but God is watching us also. How are we going to respond to people who are, the oppressors, the ones who are taking advantage of their position of power? I'm not going to get too deep into the politics, but you got to remember where your help comes from. And I don't know about you, but I look to the hills from which cometh my help. My help comes from the Lord. And so I will fear no evil. Thy rod and thy staff is with me. Okay, we might be walking through the valley of the shadow of death, but guess what? We're walking and we're walking through. That means that eventually we're going to there's no valley that continues and goes and goes and goes and is never ending and is infinite. It doesn't exist. You will get to the end of the valley and there will be a great opening. So that's all I wanted to say to you. I wanted to just have this first inaugural episode, if you will, and try this technology out. And so I just appreciate you all. So look for more episodes. If you're on my YouTube channel, please like and subscribe. And my battery is just telling me that it's running low because guess what I didn't do? I didn't plug in my laptop. Oh, and here's my registration that I need to add to my car as well. Get your car registered now. Don't be out there riding dirty. Get that all taken care of. But I have a lot to talk about. And if you're interested in being a guest on Everyday Best, let's say that you are someone who works in the community or works with children, or you're a caregiver for a family member, or whatever it is. If you're in a position where you are pushing through every day to be your best, to show up to be your best, in spite of calamity, in spite of a rough road, I want you to just think about how you are using scripture, music, encouragement, whatever it is, to be your everyday best, to remind yourself that God gives us his best every day. And so who are we to show up at 50%? Who are we to show up? Do you know that if God gave us 50%, we would be in an uproar? If God was like, I'm only going to bless you 10% today, we would be in an uproar. I know we always have our hand out for God, but I wish that we would lift our hands up for God more and thank him for who he is, who he represents himself to be for us, what he represents for us: healer, deliverer, provider, protector, a lamp unto our feet, guidance, wisdom, whatever, omnipotent, omnipresent, his grace, his mercy, all the things. And to remember that he gives us his best every day. So what can we do to be our best every day? So if you want to be a guest on the show, please let me know. DM me. You can send, let's start there. You can also send a text message. Let me see if I can get you this. I told you that we're also working on this technology. I'm learning this technology as we speak. So let me see if I can we're going to create something real quick. Okay, let's see. If you want to, no, we're not going to say that. Be my guest. And then you will send a text message to, I don't even know my own text message, my own phone number for my text message. My goodness, 296-7943. Okay. What should I say, Jacory? Want to be my guest?
Special.
Want to be my special guest? Y'all, thank God for a good friend who has good, wise counsel. You better get you. I heard Eric Thomas, shout out to E.T., Pastor E.T., my mentor, and he says you are the sum total of your 5 closest friends. Woo.
Do I have 5?
First of all, who has 5 closest friends? I might be able to pull together 5. Now, here's the thing. I don't pull on those 5. Now, I've got Ja'Cory, I have Zoe, I have Sabrina. I would probably count Dee Dee Felder in that top 5 because I know that my homegirl, if I needed her for anything, she would be here in a heartbeat. I don't know I'm forgetting something. My daughter is really my one of my closest friends. But anyway, figure out who your 5 closest friends are, and you are the sum total of them. Okay, if you got 4 broke friends, chances are you're the 5th broke friend as well. You got to get people around you that are doing more than you're doing.
Pull you.
They can pull you and push you and hold you accountable and inspire you and give you something to look forward to. Other than that, if you just the best of your best friends, if you the best, you doing the most, you're going to always be pulling, and you're going to be going back. Okay, let's try. Get some 5 people around you who are really doing some big things. All right, I have created this banner. Let's see if I can add this banner. If you want to be my special guest here on Everyday Best, you can send me a text to 510-296-7943. And I would love to hear your story. I would love to hear your story. Send me a text message. Let me put that number back up on the screen as well. Again, send me your story. What is your story? What are you doing every day to be your best? And I would love to talk to you. I'd love to have you be here as my guest. So you will need your phone, if you have your phone. And if you're ever on a podcast or a guest, always turn your phone this way. Okay, don't necessarily do it this. Do it this way, as it gives us more real estate to work with. Okay, more real estate. Shout out to everybody that tuned in, the few people here that have tuned in. I just so appreciate you all, and thank you for the encouragement. And we're gonna get ourselves together this year. We're going to get ourselves together this year in 2026. What's the catchphrase? I know last year it was thrive in 25. What? I haven't heard it. Ja'Cory, have you heard any good catchphrases? Get in the mix in 26. I don't know. Maybe that's a good one. Pick up sticks in 26. I don't really. We want to put the sticks down. Okay, can we put the sticks down in 26? What's your best? Let me see if anybody has. Let me check over to Instagram. What is the catchphrase that you are using for 26? What's your inspiration for 2026? I like get in the mix. I do like that. Get in the mix in 2026. What that does is that encourages collaborations. Okay, you get in the mix for 2026. That'll encourage some collaborations. But I'm curious to know what your catchphrase is for this year. What's your catchphrase for this year? We're gonna figure it out together. Anyway, I love y'all. Go be amazing on purpose, because the purpose that God has given you is amazing. And we're gonna get ourselves together here in 2026 and be our everyday best. Be your best every day. Look for the book coming soon. It should be out next month in time for my birthday, February 21st. I'm super excited. And we're gonna use that to help us also get ourselves together to be our everyday best this year. I love you with the love of God, and there's nothing you can do about it. You can't earn it. You can't burn it, so you might as well just accept it. I love y'all so much. Go be amazing on purpose. Until next time, be your everyday best. And I'm gonna get a theme song. I'm gonna get an opening video. We're gonna get ourselves together, okay? We're gonna be our best together. I love y'all so much. All right, shout out to my bestest friend right here, Ja'Cory Prothro, who's in the wings, rooting me on. All right, y'all. Peace out. I'll see you next time.